This morning, two universities are scrambling to stop meningitis outbreaks on both sides of the country. The University of California, Santa Barbara, is giving antibiotics to students who could be at high risk. 4 students contracted the disease, including a lacrosse player whose feet were amputated.
In New Jersey, Princeton will start offering vaccines to all students Monday after 8 were infected. Dr. Hollly Phillips is with us. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning, Lauren.
So 2 different cases, one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. Are they related?
Very surprisingly, they are not. Even though they are both a pretty rare form of bacterial meningitis known as serotype B, the CDC says each one has a different genetic fingerprint, so they're actually not the same. They're sort of looking at this as a very, very weird coincidence.
Why at Princeton are they giving the vaccine, and at UC Santa Barbara they're giving antibiotics?
Well, that's because this type of meningitis, the vaccine that's available in the United States doesn't treat it. It's only available in Europe. So since the outbreak started sooner in Princeton, they did a special approval process with the FDA so that they could get the vaccine there on campus. It's likely that UC Santa Barbara will do the same thing coming up soon.
It can be deadly. This is serious business.
It is one of the scariest infections because it can truly kill young, healthy people. I remember clear as day in my college undergrad, one of my classmates, I remember seeing her in the cafeteria one day. The very next day, she had passed away from meningitis. It made me really vigilant in my practice. But 15%, up to 15% of people who get it will pass away from it.
So tell us about symptoms and what you should do if you're concerned.
Well, the symptoms, one of the scary things about meningitis is that they mimic the flu. So you can get a stiff neck, achy joints, and you might not think much of it, but it can become serious very quickly. The people at high risk are people who live in group settings. So dormitories, sometimes you see outbreaks in prisons and military barracks, but it's just passed along like the common cold, respiratory secretions.
So then what's the difference if you have flu-like symptoms to know then you might actually have meningitis?
You really are looking for high fevers and particularly a stiff neck. I really believe, though, we should not ignore that type of symptom. If you're feeling sicker than you ever have, listen to your body and reach out to your docs.
All right, Dr. Hollly Phillips, thank you.